Horror movies are meant to scare us. But what if the terror didn't just stay on screen? For decades, many cast and crew members have whispered about something darker, something real, lurking behind the cameras. Some films were so plagued by accidents, deaths, and unexplained events that they're believed to be cursed. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, the stories from these sets are enough to make you wonder. When you recreate evil for entertainment, does evil sometimes show up for real? Tonight, we'll explore 3 of the most chilling true stories of cursed horror movie productions in America. When The Exorcist was released in 1973, it was instantly labeled the scariest film ever made. But the horror didn't start in the theaters. It began during production. Filming was already grueling. The atmosphere was heavy, with priests occasionally blessing the set. Then, one night, disaster struck. A fire broke out on the soundstage. Everything burned. Props, equipment, even the walls. Except for one room. The bedroom where the possession scenes were filmed. It was completely untouched, as if something was protecting it. The production had to be delayed for weeks. But that wasn't the only strange event. Several cast and crew members reported injuries and accidents. Linda Blair, the 12-year-old actress who played Reagan, suffered a severe back injury during a possession scene, and the pain haunted her for years. Actor Jack McGowran, who played Burke Dennings, died mysteriously just days after filming his scenes. There were also reports of strange sounds on set, knocks, whispers, and even cold spots that appeared out of nowhere. Director William Friedkin himself admitted that he occasionally felt a presence in the room, as though they weren't alone. Was it coincidence? Or had the film awakened something? For many, The Exorcist will always remain more than just a movie. It was an encounter with the darkness it tried to portray. If The Exorcist was terrifying, Poltergeist was heartbreaking. The trilogy became legendary not just for its haunted story, but for the tragedies that struck its young stars. Heather O'Rourke, the little blonde girl who delivered the chilling line, "They're here," was only 6 when she filmed the first movie. By the time Poltergeist III was released, she was dead, just 12 years old, after a sudden, unexpected illness. Her co-star Dominique Dunne, who played her sister, was murdered by an abusive boyfriend not long after the first film's release. Fans began whispering about a poltergeist curse. And there was more. During filming, real human skeletons were allegedly used in the famous pool scene, because they were cheaper than fake ones at the time. Many believe that decision brought bad energy to the set. Actors and crew reported lights flickering, equipment failing without explanation, and an overall feeling of dread while filming. Some even refused to work late-night shoots near the graveyard set. By the end of the trilogy, 4 main actors had died tragically. Coincidence or punishment for tampering with the dead? To this day, Poltergeist is considered one of the most cursed productions in Hollywood history. The Omen told the story of the Antichrist, and some believe the devil himself made an appearance behind the scenes. The signs began early. On the way to London for filming, a plane carrying actor Gregory Peck was struck by lightning. Not long after, another plane carrying the screenwriter was also struck. Both planes survived, but the chances of that happening twice to the same crew were astronomically low. Things got darker. A special effects artist who worked on the infamous decapitation scene later died in a freak car accident. The crash decapitated his passenger, eerily similar to the scene he had just filmed. There was also the tragic story of a plane originally chartered for the film crew. At the last minute, the booking was canceled. That very plane crashed on takeoff, killing everyone on board. Even animal trainers on set reported bizarre behavior. Rottweilers used in one scene suddenly attacked their handler, ignoring commands. It was as if something had taken hold of them. The production pressed forward, but the cast and crew admitted later that there was always a sense of being watched, as though an unseen force was supervising the film. After all these incidents, The Omen earned its reputation as not just a movie about evil, but a film shadowed by it. Movies are supposed to be fiction, just stories to scare us in the dark. But when the lights come back on, the actors and crew should be safe, right? The tales from The Exorcist, Poltergeist, and The Omen suggest otherwise. Fires that burn everything but the possessed room. Children taken far too young. Planes struck by lightning. Were these just coincidences? Or were these productions truly cursed, touched by the very darkness they tried to recreate on screen? We may never know the truth. But one thing's certain. Horror doesn't always stay on the screen. Sometimes it follows the people who dare to bring it to life. So the next time you watch a scary movie, ask yourself, are you watching fiction or something much closer to reality?